So, see anything cool? So we have Cammy right here who's working with her. Some of her behaviors. There are many different kinds of behaviors she knows. Like dancing. She's a much better dancer at 1.5 years than I was. I'm not going to lie. She's an Atlantic bottlenose dolphin, and she was found. Okay, I'm going to let the cuteness happen first, and then I'll tell you what she was found. We have a camera now, might be a good time to bring it out. Give her some applause. I don't know about you, but I could not do that when I was born. Now, Hope was found here 5 years and 1 day after winter was in the same water system. She was found next to her mother who had already passed away. She was trying to nurse. Now, babies get a nurse for about 2 or so years, usually. So she would have had a lot more time nursing. Not only that, but a baby's going to stay with mom for anywhere between 5 and 7 years, learning how to survive. Not just how to eat food or where to stay, how to communicate with other dolphins. But also, she needs to learn how to defend herself from one of their main predators, which, does anybody know what that is? Sharks, that is correct. Yeah, that's right. Dolphins can defend themselves by working together to help attack the shark and to defend themselves away from the shark, which is a really good point. And they learned that from their parents and from the other dolphins that they live with. Hope never had that opportunity because her mother did pass away when she was only a couple of months old. So she was brought here as an abandoned stranded. About 60 pounds when she first got here. As you guys can see, she's a little bit more than that now. Oh, there she goes. Good job, Hope. Now she's figuring out what this little business is. There she goes. Let's see if she can keep figuring it out. There we go. Whether it's a dolphin, a turtle, or an otter, we're only going to focus on the things that they do correctly. So, for example, if we ask her to do something like, say, jump or play with a hula hoop, then if she does it correctly, you'll notice that we're going to get really excited for her. We see the blow the whistle, we throw a toy. All these things are ways for us to tell her good job. She's a hula hoop getting ninja. I love it. So, if we ask her to do something and she does something different, or she doesn't do what we ask, she just ignores us, that's okay. We just ignore it, we let the moment pass, maybe step back for a moment, and then go back down and continue with the session. We don't say, please wait to make sure that she gets nice and calm and she enjoys it. Just like you and I like to enjoy learning. We'd rather enjoy learning about something that we haven't learned about before, that we like the topic of. Or with maybe your favorite teacher. You can remember in class how when you had a really good teacher who really was fun and engaging, same thing for her. So we like to make sure that these sessions are fun, that she can explore and do jumps because she feels like it. There she goes. Something else you guys will notice is that when we work with her, we use a lot of shorter sessions, whereas with Panama or Winter or Nicholas, we might do longer sessions. The reason for this is that she is a very young dolphin. And so for her, spicing out the training with playing games and playing with toys is really good. Not only because it helps make sure that each session is new and different and exciting, but also because her attention span is about this big sometimes. For anyone similar between toddlers. Some things are similar between all species. So we like to make sure to accommodate that. We want to make sure that we set her up for success. We want her to be successful. She wants to be successful. So we want to make sure that we do that for her. Now the behaviors that you guys are seeing are come in three main groups. The first group are cognitive behaviors, things like that, where we're asking her to watch us and to figure out what's going on. So cognitive behaviors are ones that get her thinking. Another kind of behavior is a husbandry behavior. These are behaviors like rolling over like that allow her to participate in her own health care. So she is here, she is a permanent resident, and so we need to be able to help her be in good health. We want to make sure that she doesn't have any scrapes, bruises, things from playing around that, everybody gets when you're a toddler. Make sure that she's all in one piece. Other things are, we might ask her to open her mouth, check her teeth, check her mouth, check her tail flukes. Eventually, these behaviors can become more complicated, like voluntary medical procedures, such as voluntary blood draws, voluntary ultrasounds, things like that. But they start off as little behaviors. That's another thing about positive reinforcement training is that we always start off with little steps along the way. So we don't start off with one big behavior, we start off with little tiny behaviors that build on top of each other. Until eventually you see the behavior as you want it to be in total. Believe it or not, dolphins really like playing with water. Right? Now you might think she's drinking the water right now, but she's not. She's just playing with it. If you listen, you can hear her vocalizing a little bit. Dolphins actually get all the water that they need from the food that they eat. So, what kind of water do they live in? Fresh water or salt water? Salt water, that is correct. So, just like us, she drinks regular fresh water. She gets that from her fish. That doesn't mean that if we are playing with the hose or playing with the water that she's not going to have it coming out. She's probably just playing with it and letting it run all over her. Guys, it's just a matter of time before I put the mic on her. I want to be out of the volunteer position. So these vocalizations are another kind of behavior. The last kind of behavior is a high energy. Those are like exercise. So not only do they look really cool, like those jumps that you saw at the very beginning, but they also work for her as a way to use her muscles, get moving, and use some of that energy. So things like this. Very well done, Ho. Good job. Okay, guys, if the dolphin has to ask for more applause, I think that's the point where you probably, I got it. There she goes. So, Hope here is a permanent resident. The reason for that is because of her age when she came here. Because her mother did die so young. She never learned how to survive out in the wild, how to hunt, how to be with other dolphins, how to defend herself against predators such as sharks. So she is going to be here as an ambassador for the other Atlantic bottlenose dolphins. So for example, it gives me the opportunity to talk to you guys about how cute she is. Here she goes. Gives me the opportunity to talk to you guys about these animals because these are the kinds of dolphins that you're probably going to run into if you are on a boat or if you're down at the beach. The most important thing is that if you do see a dolphin, please don't touch them or interact with them. Take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, as the restaurant said. So, the other thing is that if you see one, please don't feed them. It's really, really dangerous for dolphins. It can cause them to get very sick if they don't have the kind of food that they need. So the best place to see these guys is going to be just out in the wild or here in a place like this, a rescue rehab center. goes. That's a roll. So have you guys seen the tail walks, like where they push themselves out of the water with the tail and do one of those? That's what it looks like when it starts off. Like I said, how we learn behaviors one little step at a time. There she goes. That's one of the little steps. Now keep that in mind. You guys might be seeing her do that a little bit later. When your dolphins are working on behaviors, you'll see them kind of practicing them out, trying them out, the same way that when a little kid realizes that they can take and throw something off the table and they get those skills, you'll see them throwing absolutely everything off the table. Same thing with her. Otherwise, I invite you guys to enjoy seeing the rest of her training session. If you guys have any questions, my name is Emily. I'll be right over here by the Dolphin Program sign. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you guys have an absolutely fabulous day. Without your support and without your help, we would not be able to do what we do here. We're rescuing and rehabilitating as many marine animals as possible. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. And have an absolutely fabulous day.
Pretty nice, that one.